One of our best mini-series is these 10 games you're playing on select console in select year. This started back in 2022, well now it's 2023, and now we're still playing 10 games on select consoles. Today is the Nintendo Wii U.
One thing that tends to notch on my badge doing this YouTube thing is when we get comments that say there are no games on the Wii U, they've all been ported to the Switch. Well, I don't agree with that comment any time that we get it, and today we're going to talk about 10 games we still play on the Wii U in 2023. There are more than these games that we still love to play on the console, but these are the ones we are going at right now.
Some of these are exclusive, some of them you can play on the Switch, some of them are third party. We play on the Wii U, and that's all that matters, so let's freaking get into it.
The NES Remix Pack 1 and 2, the only way to play this version of the game is on the Wii U. There was an Ultimate NES Remix released on the 3DS, but it's not the same selection of games.
This would be a great game for families, for kids, for Nintendo fans. This is just a great nostalgia game.
I absolutely adore this game. The NES was the first console I ever played, but this is a different twist on these games. They're more challenge-based. They're more like little speed runs, or can you hit these 3 Goombas in this amount of time, or get this coin arc, you know. In all these different games, it's just a genius way to play or revisit these games and breathe new life into them.
This game is hard, but really freaking fun. There are some games, though, that I do not like playing, like Wario's Woods. That game sucks.
I love working on this with a friend. Getting through each challenge is not that tough, but getting through it with like the 3 stars and getting rainbow, you gotta freaking work at it.
It is so much fun.
Third party game, Splinter Cell, Blacklist. This game is awesome. Any way you can play it, I would recommend playing it if you're a fan of the Splinter Cell series, but I think this game is best played on the Wii U because of the tablet integration. You're going to hear that a lot in this video, by the way.
You can switch your guns, switch your freaking projectiles, your grenades, night vision on and off. There's sometimes the map on the thing. It is just so much fun. I love games that integrate the tablet in that use. There's a lot of games that do that. We've talked about that before, but this game is badass.
This game looks great. It plays great. Sam Fisher, such a badass. And this game has a way of, yes, it's a stealth game, and I think some people get scared away like, oh, they're boring. There's something about the pacing of this game and the way they use the music score in the game that really keeps the adrenaline going. And you're just like, holy cow, you're really scared to be seen.
You just feel so freaking cool when you do sneak kills or you snipe people. I could play this game 4 hours, and I have been playing this game 4 hours in 2023. Splinter Cell Blacklist, highly recommend.
Hyrule Warriors, Zelda fans, this is your chance to play a Dynasty Warriors type of game with Zelda characters. Pretty freaking awesome. And you might be sitting there thinking, well, this was ported to the Switch. Why would I want it on the Wii U? If you're not going to play it co-op, I'd probably go for the Switch version, but the co-op Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U is the way to do it.
Each player can have their own screen. Yes, that's why I love the Wii U, so someone can be on the TV, someone can be on the tablet. It doesn't matter if you're right next to each other, you can see what you're doing. I love when games offer 2-player, 2 different screens. You can have your own screen. There's a couple other games we're going to talk about later that offer the same thing. It is just so much fun, and I think it's the best way to play this game.
Again, if you're just playing single player, probably doesn't matter what console you played on. Probably would be better to have on the Switch, but if you're going to go at it co-op, this is the way to play Hyrule Warriors. We love it on the Wii U.
One of my favorite indie games ever released. The soundtrack is amazing. I listen to it all the time, even when I'm not even gaming. I just like this music, like the soundtrack so much, and that's Axiom Verge.
If you've been around the channel for a while, you're probably like, holy cow, they're talking about this game again. We have to. One of the best indie games, in my opinion, ever made.
God, this game is freaking beautiful. If you're a fan of the Metroidvania style games, if you're a fan of 8-bit style games, if you're a fan of indie games, Axiom Verge, highly recommend.
This game is on several consoles. It plays great on all. I've played it on PS4 and on the Wii U. The Wii U version, though, is the optimum way. I'm so surprised that these indie developers, or this indie developer, took the time to integrate the tablet the way they did. The game, if you play it on other consoles, you have to pause it to get into your menu and switch weapons and all that type of stuff. It's so easy when the map is in front of you and you can see where you've been and all that stuff right in your hands.
If a game is offered on the Wii U and it has tablet integration, I'm going to prefer that version over all the other versions just because I like having that. Just so you don't have to pause the game. It's just super easy. Axiom Verge, if you haven't played it, what are you doing?
Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Holy smokes, there's so many people that take Call of Duty so serious and they're probably like, I would never play that on the Wii U. I want to play it on the 360 or whatever. I would agree if you're doing the online stuff and those type of things. We play it for zombies on the Wii U.
If you've been around for a while, you know we love zombies. We're addicted to it. And on the Wii U, like I said earlier, 2-player, 2 screens. It is so much fun. What sucks about this version is there's only 3 maps available, and all of them, I believe, have lava in them. So it's kind of a unique zombie experience because the zombies can catch on fire. You can catch on fire, so you gotta like play differently.
It's just so much fun. A lot of these are kind of the pivot point is what does it offer co-op? Because that's how we game a lot. Obviously, we're a 2-man channel. But Black Ops 2 on the Wii U is actually really freaking good.
This next game is so cute. It's such a good family game. I know it's on the Switch, but Super Mario 3D World.
One of the best 3D Marios in my humble opinion. Love this game. Love it on the Wii U. Never have played it on the Switch. I know they have the Bowser's Fury piece that got added. But it all depends on you reading your own mail on what console you want to play it on. But I feel like this game was optimized to be played on the Wii U with the tablet integration. It's not an overabundance of tablet integration, but there are some levels that really require it.
Well, I loved all the collectabilities, the stamps, the stars, all the stuff within the levels that you can hunt for while you're trying to beat the level. This game is also multiplayer. This game offers, I think, up to 5-player, 4 players, whatever. It's just so much fun.
This game feels like a Wii U game. That's where we play it. That's where we have beat it. That's where we're always going to play it. It's awesome on the Wii U.
This next game is another cute family game, Nintendo game, Yoshi Woolly World. I love the textures of this game, like the wool. Like, this game is beautiful. It's co-op. If you have young kids, if you have a family and you haven't played Yoshi's Woolly World, it is just such a joy to play.
The graphics in this are just mind-blowing. It just looks so good. It kind of reminds me, you know, the textures and stuff. There's been a few times in my life I've been blown away by that in a game like, you know, Donkey Kong Country, and that came out on Super Nintendo. But this game is just a true joy. Not a very tough game. And Yoshi makes some really annoying sounds. I think anybody that's played Yoshi games knows what I'm talking about. You know, that type of thing.
I love Yoshi, and I know he makes annoying sounds, but he's one of my favorite characters. So anytime there's a Yoshi game, I'm going to play it. And Yoshi Woolly World is an absolute treat.
Another console exclusive. Holy cow, a lot of console exclusives here, and there's not many games on the Wii U. Remember, that's what we hear in the comments anyway. Game & Wario. This is an amazing, quirky party game with amazing tablet integration, drawing pictures, and all sorts of good stuff. This game is so much fun. It's very unique.
It is just so much fun. If you ever played any of the Wario games, like on the Wii, Smooth Moves and stuff like that, the mini games are weird. It's Wario. They're weird, but they're so much fun, and there's so much cool tablet integration in these mini games.
Some people don't like it. I don't know how you wouldn't like it. You got to give it a chance and really get in there. The game has gotten kind of expensive, which is another reason it sucks that the eShop is closing down relatively soon.
Find a way to play this game. It is so much fun.
Another console exclusive. Holy cow. Here's the drawback on this one. It never got a physical release. Indie game, affordable space adventure. Very unique. Best to be played as a 3-player co-op game.
You only have a month or two before the eShop closes, and then this game is gone forever, sadly, which sucks because this is one of the most unique 3-player co-op experiences I've ever played. We have to thank Dads and Lads for showing this game years ago. It is so much freaking fun. The tablet is so important, so I don't think this game will ever be ported because the tablet is how you control your ships and your thrusters and all this stuff.
You go on a space vacation, right? You know, rich people can afford to go to outer space, or that's kind of the narrative, but this is now affordable to the layperson. And you get there and they really put you in a shitty spot. Bad ship, and you don't know if you're going to get out of the scenario.
You have to work together in harmony to solve puzzles and escape, and like if you're a fan of like, it's way different, but if you're a fan of like Portal 2 and the co-op puzzle aspect, this is kind of similar, but add a third person.
Very, very unique game. It sucks the eShop's going down. Hopefully people have this game ripped and you can, you know, emulate it or something at some point because there's no other way to play it. And it's not going to be readily available. That's the worst part about things going online is games like this could potentially get lost in the shuffle to your average gamer. But you got to check out Affordable Space Adventure on the Wii U.
The last game on our list is actually 2 games. It's a 2 for Sutherland. The Zelda HD remakes.
Zelda, Twilight Princess HD, and we figured we'd just talk about Wind Waker HD because everything we're going to say pretty much applies the same.
If you're a fan of Zelda, if you're a fan of these 2 games, HDMI, the games look beautiful, the games play beautiful, there's awesome tablet integration where you can switch your items, use your map. These games are beautiful. They still play great like on the original consoles they came out on, but on the Wii U, this is how I love to play them. And Twilight Princess is so good. Wind Waker's good too, but Twilight Princess is really good.
And as of the filming of this episode, these are still console exclusive on the Wii U. I don't think it's going to remain that way. I do think they will be ported at some point, whether it's the Switch or the next Nintendo console or whatever. But this is part of why I've always said I think the Wii U is the ultimate Zelda console. You know, you had Breath of the Wild, you had these, and then when the eShop was active, you had all the retro stuff you could get, and then the Hyrule Warriors. It's just, there was so much offered on the Wii U as far as Zelda goes. But these two, if there were no other games on this list that motivated you to still have a Wii U, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD, at the very least, they're just must-play games. They're awesome, especially if you like Zelda.
That was 10 games. 11 games, technically.
Actually, that's 12 games on the Wii U in 10 minutes or less that we still play in 2023.
There's a ton of other games that are obviously on the Wii U that we like playing, but these are the games that we're playing right now in 2023 that we cannot get enough of. Let us know in the comments below, what games are you playing on the Wii U in 2023? We'd love to hear about it.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel if you like this series. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up and all that good YouTube jargon. We're done here, but we do really appreciate you watching. And you know what? Cheers to the freaking Wii U.